everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel, Chaos to Calm Budgets. This is my channel where I am cash stuffing and budgeting my way through paying off our £76,000 of debt. We are 10 months into that journey right now, and I am late again getting this video done, so apologies to any subscribers, and welcome to new subscribers as well. I have noticed, and thank you so much for joining me on my journey. I would like to encourage any feedback from anybody in terms of any words of encouragement or any sort of tips or hints, anything like that, to help us along this journey. I do think we are making some good progress. I do think we're getting back into some of those good habits, and yeah, so hopefully you'll enjoy watching this journey and help us along this journey as much as we are as well. So I have got to rule off week 4 and 5 of January. I've amalgamated them because I'm so late in recording this video. I've amalgamated the last 2 weeks together. January is a 5-week month as well, so I do think we've done fairly well this month as well. So let's have a review of where we're up to with that. I am going to record probably today, maybe tomorrow, the cash stuffing for the beginning of February. We both have been paid, and we've had our child benefit and my son's DLA come in as well, so everything has hit the account, so we can start getting things all divided out. And we've had some real good progress this month. Progress, that's not the right word. No, we have had some good kind of surprises, I suppose, for this month, in terms of I've had an expense paid back from work that I wasn't expecting, but it was owed to me and I'd not really clocked it. So I've got a little bit of extra this week that I'm going to use just to kind of cover the expenses for weeks 4 and 5. And then my husband has been paid his bonus, and it was more than what we were expecting. So that's really cool as well. But we will cover that in the next video when I do the cash stuffing for February, as to where all of that's going to go. So without further ado, we are going to have a look of where we're up to this month. This is January. All the bills have gone out this month as well. So we are now even Stevens in that sense. And then all I've got to do now is, this is all the expenses in the weeks 4 and 5 of January. I'm going to rule this off here. Or do I really need to, because it's the end of the month? Probably not. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to crack on and get these added up. So let's start from top to bottom. Calculator, trusty calculator. For our fun money, we have spent £10 on lottery, because my husband likes to dabble when there is a Euro Millions rollover. So yeah, if we win it, great. If we don't, it's okay, we've got it covered. So £10, and another one here was £6.99. So this was a PlayStation purchase. It was extra, I think it was V-Bucks. My son, we do a little bit of a reward scheme with him, and you cash stuffers out there will probably love this, and maybe actually look to do this with your own children. So it's a reward system that he came up with. He saw it, and so we're going with it, because if we suggest it, he won't go with it, because I think that's a little bit of his PDA about him on the autism spectrum. But he came up with it. He basically said, if I do these tasks or these demands of him throughout the day, so to speak, I think that I could be rewarded pennies, pretend pennies. So we bought like Monopoly style money for this task, I suppose, and then we give him that amount for whatever he does. So and part of the reward then is how he then spends that pretend money. And we have like a large one if he wants to do like a big activity, like go flip out, or I think it's clip and climb. We've also got locally to us as well that he enjoys, so he can choose to use some of that pennies for that. He can also use for monetary value, so that he can spend on like his PlayStation games and things like that. So that's a long-winded way of telling you what that expenditure was. Sorry about that, but it's working really well, and it also teaches him to count up his pennies, budget, decide where he wants to put his money. So yeah, there's some education there as well. Then I spent £13.51 at Asda, and I put this under the fun budget. Now this, I believe, was out of, it was for a bring and share lunch at work, and we were celebrating a one of the team members who was moving on to a new job, so I got a gift and a card as well on behalf of the team. So that was all that expenditure as well, and that's all of it for fun. So we spent £30 and 50p. I probably round that down to 30. Now I think we have only got 20 left in that budget for January, so we might have to pull from somewhere else, but let's have a look. Right, so that's 20. What I am going to do is pull, because we might have spent all of it on fuel as well, and then food as well. I'm going to pull it out of fuel for now, just to get that one cleared off. What have we got in there? We've got 40 left in fuel, so I will take 10 from there, leave me with 30 in fuel, and then I can tick off, and I'll make a note of which pots I pulled that from to cover of what needs to come out. So get my little trusty notepad out, put it on the back here. So we pulled £20 from fun and £10 from fuel, and that is the fun ones covered. Let's do that one. Have I done them? Yeah, that's fine. Folder away, tick those ones off. So fun, and then fun. Yeah, right, clothes. So we bought my husband for £39.84. We paid for a tux because we've got a party coming up. Now, what I've decided to do for this one is I've got £120 in my work expenses that I already got paid. I'm going to put that over here. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 120, and I'm going to utilise that to cover some of these because I know that I don't have anything left in my clothes budget for this month. I will just double check. So clothes are medium term spends or savings, whichever way you look at it. Yeah, all I had left was the voucher, which I have actually spent on a little bit, and I'll go into that in a moment and explain what that's about. So, but I'm going to cover £40 then from my extra expenses from work. So yeah, we bought my husband a tux from Vinted. So it was secondhand, which is £40. This tux was worth about, well, the website said around £110 to £150 they're ranging from as to what it was worth. So it was a bargain. It will serve purpose for a few special events we've got coming up this year. So worth the investment because none of his suits fit him at the moment. So yeah, right, next. So we've got that one ticked off. And then we've got food. So let's add up the food. There's no other clothes, was there? No. So food then, we've got £7 and £50.39 and £93.09, and then £3.24 there, £31.32 there, £2.55 there, £16.16 there, £2.70 there, and then £57.48 there, and I think that's it. Yeah, that is it for food. Just double checking. Yeah, so you would have seen in my previous videos I was hoping not to spend that much on food because I didn't have much left in the budget, but I need to get some bits from Farm Foods, and I had some vouchers, and so I utilised some bulk buying, and I did believe that I could probably cover it anyway in this month's budget. So if I just find what I had left in my food budget. There. So I had 150, 60, 75. 150, 60, 70 and 5. So 175 left. I had a bit more than that left actually, but I don't know what that was about. But anyways, our minus 175. And then I've got to find 90 essentially. I've rounded that up to 90. So it's £88.93, £90. So I'm going to just make a note. I've pulled 175 from food. And then that leaves me with 90. I'm going to pull that from my extra. 50, 60, 70 and 80 there. So I need to find 10 from, I think I'll take it out of fuel because I think we've only spent 20. Yeah. So I'll put another 10 from fuel there. So that's that one covered. Just put that note on there, 175, and then another 10 from fuel. These are, maybe I'm making a note of those for people who don't know. I put these little budgets, fun, fuel, food, all over into pots on Monzo essentially. So this is my little prompt to know that I need to take that money out of the Monzo and pay it back either onto, put JA there, which is my joint account, or pay it onto the credit card to get that credit card paid off. So spend, we pay straight away. That's the idea. So I'm going to tick off all these food ones. That one there. What else have we got? Food. There. Right, next on the agenda is subscriptions, and this is where I'm probably going to have to pay from Peter to pay Paul, that little saying. I've got that one and I've got this one down here. So this one here, subscriptions, I made the conscious decision. I thought about it. I played with the idea a little bit. I bought my mom a Odeon year pass thing that you basically get unlimited to Odeon. We've got an Odeon Lux as well in our hometown, which is more expensive than your standard Odeons. They're very nice cinemas, don't get me wrong, but it is very annoying that that's our local one and they are more expensive. It is what it is. But they had a deal on. So yeah, we bought one for my mom, and so but my mom often asks me to go with her. My mum is on her own. For those again new, we lost my dad last May. So this is a very strange year for us at the moment, getting used to life without my dad, and particularly for my mom. So she's on her own. So we try and do our best to, you know, fill those gaps and be more present for her, really. So she does ask me a lot to go with her to the cinema, and because she's then got a cinema pass, I can't utilise things like the Meerkat 2-for-1s and things like that. So that was part of it. Then there was this deal that came through, £164 for the cinema, and so I thought that was a really good deal. When I divide that by, say, 12, if I show you, because I can't remember what it was, 164 divided by 12 is £13.60. Now, a standard ticket at the Odeon Lux for us is around £18. So I think that's a really good value. So all I've got to do to get my money's worth is do a cinema trip a month, which we could easily do. And then anything above that, it works out, you know, just about the same. So I think that's still, it was a good investment in my view. I have decided to take it out of my subscriptions pot that we put £100 in every month. And you will see that I've also got other subscriptions down here. So this one here is our Ring doorbell subscription at £49.99 for the year, and then I am just paying £1 at the moment. I will be cancelling my Audible. I took on there, I think it was 99p for the first 3 months of Audible, and then you can cancel, and that's what I decided to do because I am listening to some audiobooks at the moment, and I'm thinking for £1 a month, it's neither here nor there really, is it? So I've added that one in as well. So altogether, for all the subscriptions that have gone out, 164 plus 1 plus £49.99, 214.19. Now I don't think I've got that in there for this month, so I might have to take some from one part and put the IOU in there, but it will even itself out over the year. That's the idea about it. So on subscriptions then, we have got, where are we? It's a fairly new pot, this one. It's one I introduced at the beginning of the month. And the idea being that subscriptions, we cover our insurances as well that we like to pay up front, car insurance, house insurance, that kind of thing. So it's just 100 in there for now. So I'll take that. I'll make a note of that on my little note. So £100 from subscriptions. And then what I'm going to do, I've got anything left in my emergency. I've got some IOUs in there. I'll take it probably from the holiday fund because I know that that's probably the most fullest. So where are you, holiday fund? Or do I take it from my little man's DLA that we're saving because we want to get a formal diagnosis sorted? He's on a stupidly long wait list. Yeah, so I'll take it from this one. So I need 115. What I might do is 110. Oh God, I'm gonna have to just break into it, aren't I? So I need my placeholders to break down 100. So we'll do, there's 50. I'll take 100 out so I don't get that mixed up. 50. And then what else have I got here? 50, 50, 60, 70. That one there? Yeah, 60, 70. Got some 10s at all. Let's have a look. No, I think it's just 20s there. 60, 70, 75. There, 75. Oh, here we go. 80. 90, 95. Have I got another 5 somewhere? God, I do need to have a good sort out on my placeholders. I'll tell you what, I've got another 10 there, so let's change. Making a right mess here, right. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. There we go. So that's still there. I want to borrow 115. Yeah, 115. So there's 100 and 10 and 15 from there. And then I'm going to, yeah, that's the rest there. Put a little IOU from subscriptions of £115. Let me just get a little bit of paper. Bear with. I owe you £115 from subs. So when I do have that in my folder, it can go back into this one here. Got there in the end. Very faffy. Right. A little note on my little bag. My little notepad. 115 DLA. So all of this money will come out of these pots and go straight onto my credit card. Unless obviously I owe it to the joint account, but I think, yeah, all the joint account ones are covered because in my joint account is my expenses, so that's fine, all sorted. That one there, and where are you? I did see one more there. Then we have got next on the list household. So I did invest in a, what is it, a crock pot type thing from Asda. I did say that I was going to use my household budget to build up a new pan set, so that's one sorted. And then I did also get £7.89. I can't remember what I bought from. I know what that was. I wanted a new headset for work, but I decided to make the conscious decision to take it out of my household budget. And then I've also then bought from Must Have Ideas, kind of breaching a little bit my low spend year rules. But I do like the products that are at Must Have Ideas. I have had them before and I do think they're really effective. This was their cleaning clay that you get a little kind of scourer sponge inside in a pot of clay, and it's really good for cleaning surfaces. I predominantly bought it so that I could keep on top of my oven and my sink and things like that. So I made that conscious decision, and I have to say, so far so good. It's doing what I need it to do. So altogether I owe £56.86 from my household budget, and I don't think I've got that in there at the moment. So what I'm going to do is probably do the IOU. So let's have a look. Yeah, nothing in there at the moment. So what I'm going to do is long term again. I will take it from, what we'll have, probably this, the holiday budget. Yeah, so I've still got, I'll owe some money from another pot on that one, which is fine. So I'm going to round this down to 55 because I've rounded up on other areas, so that should even itself out. 55 there, and then an IOU from household. £55. There we go. So that goes in there. Tick those ones off. Household. Yep, and so £5 from holiday 2026. And then I'm going to have to pause there, guys. Hold that thought and I'll be back in a moment. I just need to go and get my son from school. Hello everyone, I'm back again. So yeah, did the school run, we're back. Right, 2 more to go. Need to do £20 on fuel, and I know that I've definitely got that because we checked already. So, oh God, that's my breath. One moment. And we're back to proceedings. Sorry about that. Son was absolutely insistent that he had to go in, run across back to the school to get his homework in because they get dojos. So I don't know if any other schools do dojo. I think that's quite popular, isn't it? So anyways, he wanted his dojo, so I just had to go and help him do that. So fuel, wasn't it? £20. That's pretty straightforward. All gone for this month. Whew. Right, so we can tick off the fuel, and I can put in here another £20 from fuel. There we go. And then what am I then left with? Skincare. I don't think I've got anything left in there, but I'll have to owe it back and do an IOU. So I have again stretched my low buy year rules, but I ummed and ahed about it for ages. I really gave it good thought. It wasn't an impulse buy. I essentially decided I wanted some liquid foundation for the party that we're going to. I wanted to make the effort essentially, and I wasn't happy with the Laura Geller coverage that I get. I like it for day-to-day use, but for a night out, I just wanted to have a little bit more vavavoom about it. So I did buy some liquid foundation from Boots, and to I think I also got some of this hair scrub as well that me and my daughter use. It was on offer, so I upped it, and I think that's what got me the free delivery as well. So yeah, it's a slight bend of the rules, and also topped up on some hair care that I would ordinarily get anyway, so it does all even itself out. So I've got 43.81. I'm going to round that up to 45. Skincare is normally in the medium term one, but I don't think I have got anything in there. I think it's all empty now for this month. Yep, nothing there. Anything? No, all gone. So I'm going to have to, what am I going to do? I'm going to probably borrow it from, again, another pot in the long term to pay it back. Should we do it from here? Yeah, let's do it from here. So this is the car fund, and I need 45, don't I? So if I do 50 and then put 5 back, which is there. Yep, so 120 and 30. I might change those two 5s for a 10. Have I got a 10? I do. Condense it down. There we go. And then I owe you from £1, and then from skincare, beauty, £45. So there we go. Righto. I am chuffed with all of that. The only other thing that I have not been able to do, tick that one off, is the pound challenge, and I don't think I'm able to do it because I don't think I've got anything that's left in my binders to do it for this week. But when I've cashed off for next week, I think I'm going to have to catch up a week on that. So yeah, but all of that's ticked off. We are now square off for January. I don't think, no, I didn't. So £45 from car fund to be taken to pay off the credit card. So I'm going to do that off camera, get all of that paid off on the credit card. That evens us out for this month, and I will see you in the next one where we will be cashed off in February, setting our goals and getting these all stuffed again. So lovely that I've managed to get this done and out to you. Thanks so much for watching and staying with me. Sorry for all the interruptions, and I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye bye.